Okay, guys, I feel like I did a really poor job at editing and explaining my video from yesterday. The goal was to check the bees, look for the queen, and I wanted to replace the bottom board with a screen bottom board. It was well over 90 degrees, way too humid, way too hot. I should have waited, but I didn't. So there's me giving them a whole bunch of smoke. Some of you know before I use white sage. Looks like I'm using a whole lot of white sage. I am there getting rid of that stick I had to pitch the hive forward a little bit. And I'm just taking the cover off. And I'm looking at, you'll see me looking through this honey super. There's no drawn out comb and there's no honey in it at all, which I discern pretty quickly. There were only about 8 or 10 bees, you see there, above the queen excluder. Okay, there was an empty frame. There's nothing separating these two boxes. I wanted them to have two deeps just to build up. There is brood and eggs up in that box, so I know the queen's getting the whole way up there. The reason I moved that back the way I did was to checkerboard a little to get them to fill up the empty frames. There's lots of eggs, lots of brood, lots of honey. Just working my way through, looking for the queen. Which I'm notoriously bad at. So I haven't found her. I know she's there, but I haven't found her. I don't even know if I've had the same queen all summer. I have no idea. I went through one tiny period, which you saw in one of the videos, where they were extremely angry, and I have a feeling I may have been between queens on that one. Okay, so I put the blank one back in the end that I had just to, like I said, mix them up a little so that they will fill those frames out. This bottom frame I hardly ever touch, so I wanted to get in here. I mean, the bottom box. I mean, just scraping off some excess honey or excess wax that got built up on the top. Okay, that frame is full, absolutely packed with capped honey. Same with this one. And one thing I'm noticing about the bottom is there is much less eggs and much less open brood. There's lots of capped brood. So, and unfortunately, we're coming up on the place where it got too hot for my iPhone and you missed the whole last part because it stopped recording. Which, as I move on, I'll get better equipment and it won't be, I won't look like quite the idiot. And one day I'll find that queen. Okay, folks. Well, thanks for joining me. There's these. That picture right there. That's where that was the finished product there. Thanks so much for tuning in.